Hello everyone, and welcome to my short presentation. Today, I will be explaining how rationalism has influenced media content and public discourse in Malaysia. Rationalism is a philosophical approach that emphasizes reason, logic, and evidence as the basis for understanding and decision-making. In Malaysia, this approach is becoming increasingly visible, not just in universities or policy making, but also in how journalists, citizens, and even religious authorities communicate about sensitive topics. This gradual shift toward reason-based thinking is helping the nation balance its diverse cultural and religious landscape. Let's start with the media. Over the past few years, Malaysian journalists and editors have shown a stronger tendency to base their reports on facts, data, and legal verification instead of emotion or speculation. This shift reflects a rationalist influence where the goal is not just to tell stories, but to ensure that every statement is supported by credible evidence. For example, in March 2025, The Sun reported that the Royal Malaysia Police and the Malaysian Communications and Multimedia Commission worked together to monitor and investigate religious insult cases online. According to that report, both agencies emphasized verifying content authenticity and ensuring all actions follow the proper legal process, rather than reacting purely out of moral outrage or social pressure. This shows a clear rationalist approach, one that values investigation and proof over emotion. Similarly, The Sun Daily reported in 2025 that JAKIM have reminded the media to respect cultural and religious sensitivities, but also to verify sources and report based on facts and evidence. This balance between respect and rational verification illustrates how rationalism is changing the tone of Malaysian journalism. As a result, Malaysian journalism is slowly moving from emotion-driven narrative toward fact-checking, contextual explanation, and ethical reporting, a strong sign of rationalist influence. Now, let's move on to public discourse. That is how people talk about important issues in society. A good example is the Allah socks incident in 2024. When a convenience store sold socks with the word Allah printed on them, it sparked national outrage among Muslims. However, what's interesting is that the public reaction this time was not just emotional or religious. Many Malaysians, including journalists, lawyers, academics, and religious leaders, began discussing what the law actually says, whether there was intent to offend, and how freedom of expression should be understood in a multi-religious country. This shift from emotion to reason debate is another sign of rationalism influencing Malaysian society. At the same time, Malaysia government has asked major platforms such as Meta and TikTok to take stronger action for controlling misinformation and harmful religious content. However, their focus is not just on censoring users, but on encouraging responsible speech and information verification. This principle of rationalism encouraging logic and truth over emotion and rumor is crucial to maintaining social harmony in a digital age where misinformation spreads rapidly. Together, these examples show that Malaysian public conversations are slowly becoming more rational and responsible. While emotion and faith still play important roles, rationalism encourages people to support their arguments with evidence and to think critically before sharing and reacting. To conclude, rationalism has gradually influenced both the content and tone of Malaysian media and public dialogue. In newsrooms, it promotes evidence-based reporting and accountability. In society, it encourages people to think logically about sensitive religious and cultural issues. Of course, political and religious sensitivities still limit full rational freedom, but overall, rationalism is guiding Malaysia toward a more thoughtful, informed, and responsible communication culture. As Malaysia continues to grow as a pluralistic nation, rationalism provides an essential bridge between faith, reason, and respect, helping citizens engage in dialogue that is not only emotional, but also intelligent and constructive. Thank you for watching.